My name is Dr Victoria Katasi, a health and wellness expert and a specialist treating children with brain and spine cancers. Welcome to today's special edition where we are going to get your questions about health and wellness answered. So without much ado, let's get into the session. So if you are new here, remember to subscribe, like, and share. Okay, so the best way to kickstart your morning routine is to get out of bed. So have a set time for waking up and have an alarm clock close to your bed. When this goes off, jump out of bed, and I mean literally jump out of bed. Wash your face, brush your teeth, and then get moving. So put in about 15 to 20 minutes of exercise, whether it is jumping jacks, or it is some high knees, or it is just running around, just so to get yourself active, to wake up your brain, but also because this helps you to release endorphins and dopamine, and this sets you up for a positive day because it puts you in a positive mood. Then take off another about 10 to 15 minutes to actually plan your day. So just sit down with your journal or diary and go through the appointments for your day. Think through the things you want to do, prioritize what are the most important tasks so that you're set to get into the work of the day. Now, stress management involves a number of techniques. Depending on the type of work you do and how busy you are, you can organize in your schedule to put pauses or breaks to help you clock in these techniques that can help you manage stress. And some of the techniques you can use are things like breath work. So really, breath work is a technique where you take off a few minutes, breathe in a deep breath, breathe out. Take another deep breath, breathe out. And you can do this for about 5 to 7 minutes. Research has shown that this actually helps to relax you, but also helps your brain to release hormones that actually, set you up for relaxation and positivity. You can also take off about 20 minutes to meditate. So maybe like at a lunch break at work, or even if you're working from home, get away from your work desk, take off some 20 minutes in a quiet place, and just sit with no disturbance, switch off all appliances, switch off your phone, and then just relax and think about nothing else. Keep your mind empty or blank and maybe focus on your breathing. And if any thought comes into your mind, just let it slip away. Don't really focus on it. So that's what really meditation is. And also research shows that this is good for you to actually relax, but also to fuel your creativity. You can also do certain other practices like taking a walk around work for maybe those 10 to 15 minutes. And during this walk, you could listen to a podcast, you could read a book, you could chat with a friend, anything that kind of takes you away from that work environment and refreshes you and kind of fuels your creativity would be something that you can do to release your stress. So when we talk about a balanced diet, WHO has come up with a concept called a healthy plate. When you look at the picture of a healthy plate, it will show you the portions of what the important types of food you should have on your plate look like. And this clocks in both the macronutrients and micronutrients. So you will have a portion of vegetables taking up almost half of that plate, vegetables and fruits. Then you will have a portion of protein taking up almost about a half of the remaining portion. And then you have your carbohydrates. But also, in addition to choosing proper portions, you also have to take care of the quality of the food that you eat. What do I mean? It's the type of carbohydrates you eat also matters. So processed foods or foods that are too sugary are foods that are discouraged, okay? What we encourage is to eat whole, natural foods. So when we talk about carbohydrates that are whole and natural, you can put in things like some potatoes, okay? A bit of cassava, whole grain rice. These are foods that are actually healthy. When it comes to bread, things like whole wheat bread versus buying this white processed bread, okay? But also, in addition to having right portions and the right quality of food, it's also advisable to get nutrient-dense foods. So there are certain foods that even when eaten in a small quantity, contain a lot of a particular nutrient like you need. Okay, like when you're talking about proteins, when you eat fish, fish is practically pure protein with a few fats, and these are healthy fats, okay? Or things like white meat, chicken. Chicken is also really dense in protein, depending on also the type of chicken or part of chicken you eat. Like the chicken breast has the biggest amount of protein and basically no fat if you remove the skin. So look for foods that are nutrient dense, eat the right quality of foods, but also eat foods in the right portions. And make sure you also put in the fruits and vegetables that you're also getting the micronutrients that you need. So sleep is a fundamental part of your physical wellness or dimension of wellness. And for you to actually work optimally and thrive in your daily life, you actually need to have enough sleep. So for you to be able to establish a proper sleep routine and get quality sleep, you need to actually have a proper sleeping schedule. And how do you do that? Set a time for going to bed and set a time for waking up. And then be consistent at these times. Okay, if you say I go to bed at 9 p.m. and I wake up at maybe 4:30 a.m., try to have at least 7.5 to 8 hours of sleep, because research has shown that that's the amount of sleep that you would need as an adult for your brain to actually be able to revive and function normally. In addition to you having set times to sleep, make sure that your sleep time is protected. And what do I mean? When it's time to sleep, it's not time to carry your laptop to bed. So your bedroom should not be your work room. Work stops outside the bedroom, so that the bedroom is for sleeping. Don't carry your phone to bed, okay? Turn off all notifications. Put your phone on night mode or silent mode when you're going to sleep, so that you won't have calls coming in. And unless you're doing a profession, like when you're a doctor and your night call, then for once in a while you can actually leave your phone without the silent mode. Make sure that your bedroom is decluttered, so it is conducive for sleep, okay? That it has calm colors, the beddings you're using, you know, the environment is actually clean and conducive for you to sleep. And then avoid taking stimulating drugs or drinks before you sleep. So things like caffeine, tea, this should be taken maybe not more than 2 hours before you're going to sleep, okay? So clock in at least 2 hours before sleep without taking anything like that. And also try to have your meals early, so that you can have at least 2 hours after your dinner before you actually go to sleep, so that you are not feeling, bloated, and you're able to have a refreshing sleep. Okay, if you want to know more about sleep hygiene, I previously made a video on this topic. There is a link, you can just click on it. Your immunity generally is related to your entire health, really. How do you feed? Are you physically active? Do you or don't you have any illnesses? And if you have any chronic illnesses, are you managing them? So how to boost your immunity would be, first of all, through taking a really good and healthy diet. And we previously talked about a healthy plate. So make sure you're getting in all the right nutrients that you need in the right portions, nutrient-dense foods. Make sure you're taking your superfoods, and these would be electrolytes and all micronutrients. These you mainly get through taking a lot of fruits and vegetables on a daily basis. And also make sure you're hydrating yourself enough. But also make sure that you are sleeping enough, because that's important for your body also to rejuvenate, to be able to fight infections. And then if you have any chronic illnesses like maybe diabetes or hypertension or sickle cell, make sure that one, you're taking your routine medications. That helps to maintain your body in the best condition that you would need to fight infections. And then also make sure that you avoid whatever else could give you or could lower your immunity. Things like excessive drinking of alcohol, things like illicit drugs, okay? Things like smoking, because all these in the long run weaken your immune system, and that will predispose you to getting all kinds of infections. So mindfulness, first of all, means that you are cautious or intentional about everything that's going on in your life, be it how you're eating, be it how and when you're sleeping, how you're spending your time. Generally, you're mindful of everything that you're doing. So when we talk about mindfulness, first we can talk about mindfulness in terms of nutrition, like mindful eating, meaning that from the point of where you plan what you're going to eat for the day or for the week. And that drives what you shop. So you go and shop foods that are actually healthy, and you stock healthy food in your, in your kitchen, to the way you prepare your food, that you're actually using techniques that are healthy, like steaming, like baking, okay? Vis-a-vis doing things like deep fat frying, okay? Which are less healthy. And also, when you actually get now down to eat your food, how much of it you're eating, at what time do you eat what food, okay? That's mindfulness, you're intentional about it. So I guess it's planning, that is the first thing. And this caters across all the other areas, whether it's working out, that you will plan and say, maybe for 30 minutes in the morning, after I have done my exercise, I will do a meditation, okay? Because meditation is also one of those mindfulness practices. Helps you to release stress, helps you to fuel your creativity, prepare for that day. But you have to plan for it, okay? Or maybe in between my day, I will take a break at lunchtime and do some breath work, okay? For 10 minutes to just release some of the stress that I have been having as I was working through that day, but also to fuel me for the next half of my day, okay? So plan it and then put the pauses there in your schedule. Work-life balance is a topic that has actually been discussed for many generations, and it is still a puzzle for a lot of people. Now, you cannot have 100% work-life balance, okay? However, you can have a system that works for you as a person, because we all have different schedules, and our lives or likes and dislikes differ. What is important is that you intentionally prioritize, first of all, what's important for you as a person. Put in context all the 8 dimensions of wellness as you're prioritizing what's important for you. So what do I mean? Have a wellness plan, okay? And clock in that for a week, Monday to Sunday, on specific days, maybe 3 days a week, I will go to the gym. And make sure that you actually have set the times that you'll go to the gym. If it is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, set the time at 6 to 7. So it's an hour, and block off that time. Time for, preparing maybe your meals. So decide that on Saturday at 2 p.m. I will shop. And then at 4 p.m. I will bulk cook for the week. So that you have also clocked in. Time to connect. Maybe Sunday afternoon is time for me to connect with family or connect with friends, okay? So it all comes down to you prioritizing and then scheduling each of these different activities into your day with a target, making sure that you will actually be able to fulfill them, and then track yourself at the end of your week. Maybe like on Sunday in the afternoon, take off an hour to 2 hours to just see, how did I do in each of these areas during the week? Did I go to the gym when I wanted to? Yes. Did I eat healthy food? Yes. Did I connect with my friends? Yes. Did I write that article I write at work? Yes. Did I do what I was supposed to do? Because there you monitor your progress, and then you actually improve where you need to improve and adjust where you need to adjust. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you found this helpful. I hope you subscribe. And if you found this useful, please share it with somebody else. Feel free to watch our next video. And leave any comments and questions if you have. You can also follow me on my other social media sites. I'm also on TikTok, on Instagram and Facebook at Dr. Victoria Katasi.